In Labyrinth City, adventurer Nick is suddenly kicked off the team by his mentor Argus, followed by a breakup with his girlfriend Claudine. Disillusioned, Nick creates an otaku lifestyle centered on adolescent idol agate. Nick returns to adventuring to finance this lifestyle, but he needs a new team. In an inn, he happens to share a table with sorcerer Tiana, ex-priest Zem, and dragon girl Curran, all of whom are disillusioned about something. Tiana is a magical prodigy who was dumped by her jealous fiancé, leading to her becoming a gambling addict, and failing to become an adventurer because her glaring eyes frighten away potential teammates. Zem used to be a healer priest until he rejected the advances of a young village girl. Angry, she accused him of rape, which resulted in his expulsion from the clergy. He resolves to become an adventurer, but after breaking his vow of chastity, he has turned into a drunken womanizer. Curran simply states that someone she trusted took something from her. The four drink together over their shared inability to trust people. Nick realizes they will stay disillusioned unless they take action and suggests they form a team. Curran is famous in the guild for being the solitary survivor of a team that tried a C-rank labyrinth and all died. Nick chooses the name Survivors for their new team. Because each team member has trust issues, they establish rules that make access to team wages impossible unless all four agree. As a fresh team, they begin at the G rank and must defeat 2 G rank labyrinths in order to advance. Tiana inadvertently casts a spell on Curran, severing their already frail confidence and causing resentment. They arrive at the dungeon boss, a massive slime, which Tiana recklessly destroys alone, splattering slime all over everyone and growing Curran's resentment. As a team-building exercise, Nick asks everyone to reveal their strengths and weaknesses. Tiana apologizes to Curran by revealing she is weak against fire and close combat, at which Curran excels, restoring some trust. Curran is able to trust Tiana to protect her while she kills an intelligent, magic-resistant ogre in the next dungeon. Everyone feels closer until Nick causes Curran to drop and smash an essential charm from her bag. Curran previously served Koleos, the human she thought would become the hero. Curran was duped by a merchant, but Koleos revealed the fraud and forced the merchant to return the necklace, which she treasured. Koleos ultimately betrayed her and stole her Dragon King gem, a jewel sacred to the Dragon King that she had been tasked with protecting her entire existence. She gave up after failing to find Koleos until she met Fifth, an explorer so powerful that he was granted permission to enter labyrinths alone. He was also a well-known foodie, and despite the fact that they only spoke once, he encouraged Curran, prompting her to resume her adventures. In the present, Nick attempts to buy a new necklace to apologize, but Agate, a friend of Nick's from before her idol career, suggests he simply continue to be Curran's friend. Curran, who is not angry about the necklace, is simply relieved that her life is better than it was before. The four group members realize they are gaining popularity in the guild and rejoice. The guild abruptly hires them to explore a dungeon rumored to contain the Holy Sword of Bonds. They enter the Labyrinth of Bonds and locate the sword, which possesses intelligence and explains, he can only be wielded by people with strong bonds of friendship. Sword feels shocked that they intend to sell him. Removing the sword summons a golem composed of indestructible liquid nanomachines. Nick activates Sword's blade, but Sword is perplexed because Nick's friendship bonds aren't strong enough to completely activate him. Curran saves Nick after he falls to a lower level. Curran tells Nick that she kept the necklace to remember Koleos, but it was keeping her trapped in the past, so Nick breaking it helped her move on. Sword is completely activated as a result of their reconciliation, fusing them into one body. The golem is destroyed by their united strength. They give Sword to the guild for the bounty, only to reveal it was a weaker copy from a nearby storeroom, and Sword, now calling himself Bond, has joined their team as an androgynous young man. Bond is unhappy that their team bylaws prohibit them from interfering with each other's hobbies, so they always break up on payday to celebrate. Tiana asks Bond to accompany her because he does not yet have his own hobby. The survivors all dream of the lives they had before. Tiana dreams of her academy teacher, whose career she unintentionally ruined due to her own desire, and Nick dreams of his ex, Claudine. Kizuna's telepathy appears to have inadvertently caused their dreams. while monster hunting Kizuna reveals he contains the sword skills of all his past wielders. While at a restaurant with Kurin and Kizuna, Nick notices Claudine, a well-known con artist, attempting to steal money from a young guy using the same con she used on Nick. Claudine flees after Nick humiliates her. Claudine subsequently instigates a fight between Nick and her party's leader Leon, the Iron Tiger's leader. However, in private, Leon tells Nick that he will shortly dump Claudine because she has made him wealthy, but her cons attract too much attention. He also congratulates Nick on forming the survivors group, even though he suspects Nick is duping them out of their money. Nick scolds him for even implying that he would betray his first true pals. The guild leader breaks them up as a street brawl is beneath career adventurers. Leon, on the other hand, invites Nick to a traditional mathematics bare-knuckle battle. It is explained bare-knuckle mathematics involves 10 rounds of brawling. Nick and Leon fight while Kurin and Claudine answer maths questions to end each round. Whoever answers the most questions correctly wins a free strike to their opponent. Kurin is terrified because she is terrible at arithmetic. Zem learns that the Iron Tigers plan to cheat using their party member Beg. Kurin falls to Claudine in rounds 1 and 2, so Nick is punched twice. Beg is nowhere to be found by the other survivors. Kurin loses the third round, so Nick is punched again. The survivors believe Beg is saving himself for the final rounds. Tiana recommends that they answer all of the questions at once to force him to appear, despite the fact that if Kurin loses, Nick will be punched 7 times. Claudine uses telepathy crystals to get the right answers from Beg after Guildmaster Vilma agrees. Beg is apprehended by the survivors, who also reveal Claudine's communication crystal. Claudine sobs as the Iron Tigers are apprehended, admitting that she never wanted to be a criminal and despises who she has become. Kurin is happy she learned maths because she can now identify bargains on restaurant menus. Leon is questioned about the Sword of Ruinous Evolution, a treasure he stole from a labyrinth years ago. Tiana, Nick, and Kizuna are having fun at a casino when it is attacked by Leon, who is searching for Nick after he used the sword to escape and evolve into a monster. Tiana is threatened by Leon, whose sense of smell can now discern lies. Tiana is amused by Leon's assumption she and Nick are friends. Leon's nose informs him Tiana has lost faith in Nick, so he decides to kill her. Tiana is surprised when Nick saves her with Kizuna in his Sword of Bond state. Evolution evolves Leon further and takes control of his body, rampaging wildly while Leon begs him to stop. Tiana and Nick prove their real friendship by using Bond's full power to fuse into one body. Leon, despite his hate of humans, refuses to believe he is truly an evil person and allows Tiana and Nick to coat him in the casino's anti-magic playing cards, returning him to normal. Evolution is sealed away and Leon returned to prison content that he is not evil at heart, especially when Nick reveals he avoided killing anyone even with evolution controlling him. Agate meets Nick and is impressed by his progress, but Nick is concerned about her because she has lately cancelled all of her concerts and public appearances. Agate explains that her real name is Belle Haggins and that she used to be a singer at her boyfriend Donnie's failing bar until a music producer found her talent and turned her into an idol. She fell in love with the lifestyle but became dissatisfied with Donnie, particularly when he began gambling with her idol wages while claiming it was to save the bar. Then one day at a casino she saw Tiana easily win all Donnie's money before helping Nick defeat the evolved Leon, causing Agate to idolize Tiana as her paladin. Now in the present, Agate breaks up with Donnie and begins hosting concerts again, crediting her return to her paladin, which Nick realizes was himself and Tiana using Kizuna's power. Agate meets with Nick again, confident they will both keep moving forward. Kizuna becomes obsessed with Stepping Man, a monster that can jump over rooftops and kidnaps children, thanks to the adventurer amateur journalist Olivia Taylor. Later, Zem, Kizuna, and Nick stop Stepping Man from kidnapping Reina. With proof that Stepping Man is a human using invisibility magic, the survivors resolve to apprehend him. They confirm Stepping Man has a bounty for his capture, but the mercenary guild insists they capture a smaller bounty first: Hale Hardy, a suspected murderer. Angry at adventurers accepting mercenary work, the mercenary Ash wagers with Tiana on their success in capturing Hale. They pursue Hale to the slums, where Zem, as a healer, is disturbed by the living circumstances of many sick, drug-addicted, and dying people. Dr. Nogava, another ex-priest who has been treating Hale for yellow demon sickness, confronts the survivors after they capture Hale. When asked about Stepping Man, Hale admits that he has seen Olivia talking to children in the slums. The survivors cannot ignore Olivia's suspicious behavior and confront her about being Stepping Man. Olivia flees by jumping into the air straight through the building's roof, just like Stepping Man. Ada the sommelier, Reina's mother, is thankful to the survivors for saving her daughter. Reina requests to become Zem's disciple, but he declines, revealing that his previous experience has given him a fear of young females. Ada decides to train the survivors against Stepping Man's skills, light body for flight and heavy body for strength. Nick is also skeptical after seeing Stepping Man again. Nick seeks Leon's guidance after suspecting Stepping Man is using a magical artifact and discovers that the most likely artifact is an illusion king gem. Its illusions are readily broken by confronting the user by name, indicating that Olivia is not Stepping Man. Olivia eventually attacks them because she believes Nick is Stepping Man. After establishing that neither of them is Stepping Man, Olivia confesses that Stepping Man was her adventurer title before becoming a reporter, implying that Stepping Man is using her title and skills to frame her. When they examine a deceased girl, one of Stepping Man's victims, they discover an illusion gem fragment intended to conceal her identity. With the piece removed, she is revealed to be Martha, the daughter of a blacksmith who was being treated for yellow demon sickness. Zem is convinced he knows who Stepping Man is. Stepping Man's delusions are broken when the survivors call him Dr. Nogava. When his own daughter perished of yellow demon sickness, he became obsessed with curing it. Because the illness is typically transmitted sexually, Nogava went insane after his daughter died, spreading rumors about how she became infected. Nogava has demonstrated that it can also be spread through contact with infected blood through experiments on kidnapped children. Zem confronts him with the pain he caused his victims, parents, but Nogava is unrepentant. To keep the truth hidden, an armored warrior called White Mask attempts to kill Nogava and the survivors. Curran and Tiana are hurt, so Olivia distracts White Mask, identifying his armor as a similar relic to Kizuna. Nick and Zem combine using Kizuna's bond ability and manage to stab White Mask in the face. White Mask, amused that they actually hurt him, spares their lives and vanishes. When the building falls, Nogava, who has been injured by falling rubble and infected with yellow demon sickness, chooses to die. Since White Mask uses a relic and undoubtedly has a powerful master controlling him, Olivia reveals to the survivors that she is also a weapon relic like Kizuna, the anti-demon god sword of war. The survivors all experience sadness after defeating Stepping Man. Nick recalls meeting Argus, who rescued him from the criminal who killed his parents. Zem takes over Nogava's clinic in the slums. Tiana returns to gaming, but no longer finds it enjoyable. When the survivors gather, they are unsure what to do next. Curran starts to think about Koleos and wonders if she should let him go and move on. Olivia uncovers evidence the dark demon god will soon return, with White Mask somehow involved. She is also looking into the illegal market that sold the illusion king gem to Nogava. Curran is interested in the market because it is possible that Koleos sold her dragon king gem there. The survivors promise if she ever wants to find her gem, they will help. Suddenly inspired, the survivors resolve to uncover the conspiracy, expose White Mask, and prevent the return of the dark demon god. Curran finds an admirer in a cat girl she rescued from the same swindling traitor Koleos rescued her from. Kizuna and Olivia, both immortal artifacts who will long outlive the survivors, agree the survivors have potential to defeat the dark demon god, but still have a long way to go.